Hello and welcome to the Eastern Oval, the scene of tomorrow's massive Ballarat Football League clash between North Ballarat City and Sunbury. As you can see behind me here, we've got the Ballarat Football League logo painted on the ground for the first time this year. Over my left shoulder, we have the marquee set up only for the grand final. These are signs of your typical massive Ballarat Football League clash. It's pretty quiet around here at the moment, not many people around, just people setting up, but tomorrow that's going to be a completely different story. Thousands of people are going to flock down here to Eastern Oval to see North Ballarat City and Sunbury go toe-to-toe in a massive grand final. Not just in the footy, but in the netball as well. Two clubs, two massive games, heaps on the line. It's going to be a great day down here tomorrow at Eastern Oval. Today I'm going to talk you through what I think might happen and what could be some of the crucial defining points in the massive football game starting at 2:30. Well, here we are in the centre of Eastern Oval. It's an old cliche, but I truly believe the midfield battle will be what determines the winner of this game. For North Ballarat, we have Aidan George, Jason McNamara. They're the names you know. Tristan Cartledge won't be there. He's got a broken hand. But filling his space in the ruck will be Josh McDermott. He's come in for the final series and he's slotted in perfectly. There's no reason why he can't do the same again and be just as effective. For Sunbury, Jay Cheap, Ross Slight, ruckman Paddy Karras, probably the best ruckman in the league. They're the guys that Coach Rick Horwood will be calling on to stop the North Ballarat City run and actually deliver the forwards for Sunbury the most amount of ball. Now we'll move forward to the goal square and we'll talk about what might happen and what might be the key points there in the up forward. Well, here we are at the goal square at the city end at Eastern Oval. This is normally the loudest end on the grand final day. The bars are situated just over there. Normally there might be a crowd of 15-20 people deep. Especially in the second half, the boys might start to get a bit louder. They've got a few beers in them, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about the footy. In this goal square, this game could be won or lost. For Sunbury, Simon Clark, the Man Mountain, he tore Redan apart last year in the grand final. Can he do it the same again? Ryan Hobbs from North Ballarat City will probably have the job of stopping him, but it'll be interesting to see what happens there. If North are having to be kicking this end, will Derek Micallef be running out to play? No one knows. He's been giving up until the last minute to prove his fitness. If not, Sean Lyle will most likely run out from here. He kicked 9 goals last week against Redan. Why can't he do that again? It's not going to be as easy for him this week. The balls aren't going to hit him on the chest. There's going to be a lot more pressure. But this is where the game could be won or lost. Well, there we have it. It's going to be a massive day down here tomorrow and I can't wait. For what it's worth, which isn't much, I've only got one tip out of the final series right so far this year. I think Sunbury might just get up by 11 points. They've been there before, they know what they're doing. I think they might just have too much experience. But for now, it's back to Mal in the studio.
Almost beat the ball back, Pat. Great to have you back in the studio.
Yeah, I'm running out for being quick, so it's good to show off my skills there.
And great mark by me, but we're ready for a big grand final edition of Footy HQ. It's our last edition for the season. Ballarat Football League Grand Final Week, North Ballarat City v Sunbury. Pat, are you ready?
Oh, absolutely. Can't wait. It's going to be a massive day tomorrow. Footy, netball, reserves, under 18s. It's going to be a huge day down at Eastern Oval. Can't wait. And it's all coming out of this moment. We've been talking all season. Will it be Redan? Well, they didn't make it. North Ballarat City or Sunbury? They've been the front runners for the two. Those two have been the front runners for the season, and it's come down to them. Yeah, they probably have been. Well, Sunbury finished third, but I think most people still would really have them in the top 2 teams for the year. It might have been maybe a tactical decision to finish third, but really they probably were the best 2 teams all year, and it really is fitting that they're the 2 teams in the grand final tomorrow. We've had it in the paper this weekend, I've heard it on the radio again, driving around Ballarat, that North Ballarat City are yet to see a full Sunbury lineup because of the last time they met. Sunbury had a lot of players out. Is that a tactical thing? Is it something that North Ballarat City's worried about? Well, I think they're worried about it. It was a tactical decision by Sunbury at the time, definitely. It was the last game of the year. It meant really absolutely nothing. They fielded a half-strength side. It really was half-strength. And they lost by 94 points. And if you look at that result on its own, you'd think North's going to win it easily, but that's absolutely not the case. It was really half of a Sunbury side, and I don't think you can read into that at all. It'll be interesting. North pummeled Redan last week, didn't they? Absolutely pummeled it. Yeah, the turn up from 2 weeks previous where Redan pummeled North, so didn't really see that one coming, but if North play anywhere near that level, they'll be pretty hard to beat, that's for sure. Now the talk this week, and we can't get around it, is what's been going on at North Ballarat, and though there's a big blow up during the week from other clubs, I guess is the best way to put it. They saw North Ballarat Roosters coach Jared Fitzgerald in the huddle at in the North Ballarat City huddle in the preliminary final, and it's all been blown up that there's a big alignment or conspiracy theories. Pat,
What's your general take on the whole thing?
It's pretty interesting. Both sides, both parties, which is pretty much 10 VFL clubs v North Ballarat City, they're both
I would even say even the 5 Ballarat clubs.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how much Melton would and that would.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't care that much actually. It is the 5, I suppose, the 5 of the Ballarat clubs, and I think both sides are so steadfast on their opinion and nothing can really sway them. The Ballarat clubs, they do see it as an alliance, whether that's right or wrong, I'm not exactly sure. And North say, well, we have access to Fitzy, every other club has access to Fitzy, we just happened to ask him and he came down and helped us. They say, you do it for any other club, he did it for us, fair enough. He's obviously, we all know he's so giving of his time, so it's just probably the timing, I think, is the thing that's really happened.
I think so, yeah. I think if it had been a home and away season, a home and away round, it wouldn't have got the attention it's gotten. There was a photo leaked on social media, so everyone loves tweeting and putting their opinion onto that, and that's where it sort of gathered momentum, I think, on Saturday night.
Yeah, and I think, North think has been blown a bit out of proportion, and I think some of the Ballarat teams think it hasn't been mentioned enough, so yeah, it's pretty hard to say what's right and what's wrong, but I think it is what it is, as the old football cliche goes.
Pretty much. Just to make clear, Fitzy hasn't broken any rules doing what he's doing. They're quite entitled to ask him his opinion. He was just a spectator on the day, and that's the facts that we know, and the rest is all about perception, I think, Pat.
Yeah, it'll just be interesting tomorrow. Robbie Waters, the North City coach, said during the week he would ask Fitzy back during the week. Whether Fitzy says yes or no, that's completely up to him, but he said he would ask him back, and so, yeah, interesting to see what happens tomorrow.
Has it detracted from North Ballarat City's preparations? Because if I was Rick Horwood, and I don't know what Rick's opinion is, but if I was Rick Horwood, I would be slightly, not happy, but I would be glad it's not the attention on my club.
Yeah,
have it on your rival.
Ideally, it's probably not what you want in the grand final week, is it, to have that sort of focus and attention from the outside of the club on you. Internally, I don't think it would have made much difference to them at all, really. I think, as Robbie said during the week, water off a duck's back, it makes no difference. So, yeah, I don't think it's going to make any difference at all come 2:30 tomorrow.
I think anything like this in grand final week, it always has the potential to really fire you up, so it can be motivation if channeled correctly.
Yeah, it could work the other way around, so we never know. But to be honest, personally, I don't think it's going to make that much difference. Okay,
Pat, time for crunch time. Your tip?
Sunbury by 11 points. I think they've been there before. They've been in the grand final last 2 years. They won it last year. North City's never been there before. I just think Sunbury's experience is just what's going to get them over the line in the end. But it's going to be a cracking game either way.
I'm going to go North Ballarat City just to offer an alternate opinion. I think that their form last week, absolutely pummelling Redan. I think they will be fired up to really stick it up the other Ballarat clubs, basically, and win their first premiership as North Ballarat City. So I think it'll be a cracking game.
Yep.
And we'll be blogging live all through the day. Make sure you jump online and follow us on our live blog on thecourier.com.au. You'll be adding expert comments.
Yeah, jump on at 11 o'clock, all the action, but once the big game starts, blow-by-blow descriptions. We'll let you know everything as it happens, when it's happening, from wherever you are on your phone.
Jason McNamara sneezes, it'll be on there.
Absolutely. Anything you want to know, you'll find it out.
So thanks for joining us this season on Footy HQ. We'll see you next season, same Footy HQ time, same Footy HQ place.